the state.
And so, in this case, my sense is this is not an official visit. This is a visit that the Pakistanis wanted. My sense is, or my information is, that the Pakistani side has been trying desperately to get legitimacy for Imran Khan by getting him to meet Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't have time, okay? But at the same time, there are issues between Pakistan and the United States that need settlement, especially in lieu of what's happening in Afghanistan and FATF and IMF and all these things. But I think there are some other issues also which I'm not at liberty to discuss. Let's leave it there. Some speculation is good for the program.
No little sparrow khabar.
No, I'm not going
today,
to venture to say what Donald Trump may say to the Prime Minister or not. But so this is why there's this confusion. And the White House is supposed to make a statement today. Maybe by the time this program is over, the State Department will confirm something or the other.
White House. The State Department's unaware at this point.
Yeah, but so it will come through. Either the White House will make a statement or the State Department will make a statement. Because the spokesperson said that she'll get in touch with the White House to find out what's going on. But remarkable, isn't it? Over here, we've been mooting this as a great development, great initiative. The President of the United States has invited Imran Khan. Yeah. Let me tell you how this came about. You want to know how it came about?
That would be interesting tidbit.
The President's son-in-law, or son-in-law, Mr.
Jared Kushner.
He is good friends with our ex-ambassador to Pakistan, our ex-Pakistani ambassador to the United States.
Mr. Haqqani.
Yes, what's his name? Come on.
Mr. Ali Jahangir Siddiqui.
Ali Jahangir Siddiqui.
Correct.
Well done, young man. Ali Jahangir Siddiqui, if you know, was removed as ambassador and somebody else has gone there. But you may have seen in the recent papers that he has now been made ambassador at large. So Imran Khan's government removes Mr. Siddiqui because he was appointed by Nawaz Sharif.
Yes.
And then has a change of heart and suddenly reappoints him after some months as ambassador at large.
Yes.
Now what is going on? Questions were asked, but nobody knew what was going on. Well, let me tell you what was going on. The good offices of Mr. Siddiqui have been used with Mr. Kushner. Wow. Because that was exactly why Nawaz Sharif sent him there in the first place. They were together at Cornell or Berkeley or somewhere or the other.
Together.
Oh, not together in the same, but they met around that time. And so rumor has it that they are on good first name
close terms.
And Mr. Kushner, of course, as you know, is a foreign initiator from Mr. Trump's side in many senses.
A lot of backdoor foreign policies, diplomacy.
So my sense is the Pakistanis have been wooing Mr. Kushner to get a meeting between Mr. Khan and
Mr. Trump.
And I dare say a lot of American interlocutors have come and gone. They've had interactions with our army chief, with our security people, with the Prime Minister. They come and go every second day there. So I can't imagine what is left for Imran Khan and President Trump to discuss. Unless President Trump wants to give him some advice, I can't say. About certain issues, I can't say. But the fact of the matter is that Imran Khan is not going alone to this great meeting.
Interesting. We won't be traveling alone to the US.
He's traveling alone, but I think some other officials are preceding him or following him, and he will be closely monitoring the dialogue.
I won't push you further.
Let's leave it at that, young man. Let's leave it there.
Sethi Saab, moving gears here, it doesn't seem that the only confusion around town is with Prime Minister Imran Khan's trip to the United States. There's some confusion here yesterday. During the budget speech, Imran Khan so proudly praised his Hamad Azhar, a trooper for him in the National Assembly for the budget session, and even in his budget speech exclaimed how Hamad Azhar had earned a federal ministership. So much so that yesterday Hamad Azhar was actually sworn in as the federal minister for revenue. But today, surprisingly, the news broke that suddenly the portfolio of Hamad Azhar has been taken away from him. How come there's so much confusion here as well, though? Can't they make a positive or major decision without having to revert back on it?
Yeah, I mean the hallmark of this regime is U-turns. They've made a virtue out of necessity. Okay, having said that, you know, when Hamad Azhar was making that speech, I was looking at Asad Umar, who was sitting next to him.
Poor fellow, huh?
And I felt bad for him. And but there it is. I think what's happened is that Imran Khan, as usual, if you recall, said that he didn't even know he was being sacked. Yeah. You read about it
in the papers. Yeah.
And that's how Imran Khan operates. He takes decisions on whimsical decisions. He doesn't consult people. He doesn't think he needs to consult them. He thinks they're all at his service, at his bidding. He thinks they all owe their jobs to him. He gave them the job, he can take it back from them. He's not much for consultation. So that's how he got rid of, that's how Asad Umar, and now that's how he's appointed Ahmad. There must be people in the FBR saying you got to separate revenue from the finance part of it. So I think what's happened is that he didn't consult anyone. Hafiz Sheikh has thrown a fit. Yeah. Hafiz Sheikh has turned around and said, sorry, mate, it ain't happening. I'm not a senator or I'm the really de facto finance minister, and the revenue can't be separated from the other dimensions of the finance ministry. This is a fundamental objective of the finance ministry is to raise. And the FBR comes under me.
Correct.
Right? And so therefore, I'm the one who's making all these commitments to the IMF about revenues and so on and so forth. So he threw a fit, and I dare say Imran must have had second thoughts that if now Hafiz Sheikh throws in the towel and says, I'm walking, I'm quitting, go and do this yourself. I mean, this would be a huge crisis for Imran. So therefore, a quick U-turn. Poor Ahmad has been left holding the towel, and he has nothing to say. He's now a minister at large, having just been sworn in. You can't unswear him.
Within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours, and you can imagine how he's feeling. Asad Umar must be chuckling, right? And Hafiz Sheikh must be sort of preening himself, saying, well, I got him. Yeah, I hit him where it hurt him. And so that's the way this cookie is crumbling, by the way. And the question is, I don't mind if the cookie crumbles. I don't want to crumble with it.
Of course. Nobody seems to want to crumble with a cookie at this point. Sethi Saab, that seems to be all the time that we have for today. Hopefully by the next program, we'll have less confusion and confusing topics to talk about. So that's all the time that we have for today. The show will be back Monday, but I will be in the host chair on Wednesday. Until then, take care of yourselves. Good night.